big silky bitch. Thinking real delicious, getting filthy rich. Never been a joker, hate a punk or simp. Get your blunts up high while I talk my shit.
Hold on.
Stay silky, stay silky.
Wait, you gotta go higher.
Hi guys, I'm Angel Davenport. This is my Stay Silky tip of the week. Have the hard conversations. Yeah. Real shit though. There's so many uncomfortable conversations that we are having right now, but more specifically that you have to have throughout your lives. You know, if you avoid, it's gonna suck. So take 5 minutes, as like a good friend told me, take 5 minutes, 10 minutes of uncomfortability and get to the meat and potatoes of your issues. Whether it's with yourself, whether it's with somebody else, whether you're struggling within a community, the hard conversations are usually the ones that open your eyes the most. So don't be a punk, have the hard conversations, and you might be surprised by what you get in response. That's my Stay Silky tip of the week. That's my Stay Silky tip of the week.
Okay, so this week, guys, we're big mad.
Oh, you mad. Okay, big mad.
We're back mad.
I
Like,
mean,
back mad like we never left, right?
well, how could you? I mean, this shit is all whack. So like, it's all. We could be mad about a lot of shit, but this week we're big mad about.
Dudes in the entanglements getting all fucking unentangled and then want to fucking tell the public.
Man.
Come on, man.
The one thing, if I've learned anything about polyamorous relationships,
Yeah.
every nigga, every man that
Yes.
I have brought into my space
Yeah.
on like non-jealous,
Compersion using.
yeah, compersion.
We're going to talk about that one.
Definition below.
Yeah, okay.
Boy,
Yeah, compersion. We're going to do that one.
Every man that I have brought in has fucked it up.
Yeah,
with
man.
jealousy.
I think men do the poly shit, but
Wrong.
they just be lying. the people, their partners don't know that they're in a poly relationship. It just be the dude that know he in a poly relationship.
Man.
Yeah, y'all niggas is out here giving polyamory a bad name.
Yeah.
It just doesn't give you fucking license to lie and cheat.
No.
It's actually, you're supposed to be more honest
Yes.
and more transparent.
What is it? Radical transparency.
Man, niggas don't even know what that
I'm
shit
just saying, really being open. There's so much more talking, like in polyamory. If you have 1, 2, 3, just
don't
talk.
matter.
Just talk, communicate, and real shit. Like men, for y'all, leave your egos at the door. Cause I know with me, ain't nobody gonna be first before her, and before her, it's me first.
Music.
So
music.
yeah, but that's her shit, not my shit. My shit is me first, and then she's my partner.
Yeah.
You know? So anybody
Primary,
after her.
secondary.
Yeah, now if anybody after her, you gotta get your shit together because you're not gonna jump the line. There's no way. There's no way that's gonna happen. You know? And
Get to the back of the line.
And that's
Zing!
But that's a lot of poly situations.
Yeah.
So check your ego, check your fucking jealousy, learn how to communicate better, and stop fucking cheating on your partners.
Yeah,
you look
man.
lame. You look lame and you look goofy and you're not really poly.
I don't even have nothing else to say.
Period.
Do you like your immune system boosted? Buddha blast. Do you like fresh juice? Buddha blast. Do you like delivery? Buddha blast. Do you like black-owned business?
Buddha blends, nigga.
Available in Blue Magic, Green Dream, Orange Crush, and Blood Red.
So, we're still in Minneapolis, still in the midst of a bunch of people being called out as abusers, lots of survivors coming forward, and there's lots of real hard, and as much as I hate the word, but transformative justice that is happening behind the scenes. While we appreciate that, and that is a first step toward healing, I want to remind people that while you're making all this space to like help your friends who are being called out and who are being held accountable in real time, it's not your job to fix abusers. It's not your job to give them your space. It's not your job to give them a pat on the back for the work that they need to be doing. That's their job. That's on them. They did the fucked up shit. Now they have to do the work to create a safer environment so people can trust them again, so that people can love them again, so people can be willing to give them a chance again. Because all that like pat you on the back affirmation for the work you're doing, nah, nigga, you don't get that. You don't get that from survivors. You don't get to get that from your friends. It's on you to do the work for yourself, with yourself. So while we're in this, remember, it's not your job to fix these niggas who are harming people, okay?
Hi everybody. My name is Psalm 1. Had to let the hair out this week because damn, who knows what's been going on with the oppressions, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let the hair out sometimes. Liberation. Black liberation. Yeah. Anyway, my OG tip of the week is this. Wait, what is it? Oh yeah, stay off the motherfucking screens. That's right. So many fucking distractions out there, guys. I mean, fucking everywhere. So, I mean, every time I pick up my phone, it's over with. So, at this point, I have to just give myself, like, blocks of time. Sometimes whole days where I just don't go online and I don't check anything. I might check my bank statements. I might check my email, but I ain't going on them socials. So, keep it short and sweet. My OG tip of the week is limit your screen time. The less distractions you have, the better. Peace.
Breaking news, y'all. When you do fucked up shit, it's not anybody's job to forgive you. It's your job to forgive yourself, okay? For doing that fucked up shit in the first place. So, forgive yourself, nigga. Breaking news, this is Angel Davenport.
It's a very silky show.
I know it's fun to say boycott rhyme sayers, but what does that actually mean? We all know cancellations don't really mean shit. So here's what you can do. 1. Don't stream their music. 2. Don't buy their merch. 3. When the Rona is over, don't buy tickets to their shows. You can boycott any artist this way.
Hi, Nerdy.
Hello. What's up?
How are you today?
You know what? I'm doing well. I'm I'm healthy. I'm awake. It's a good time.
Yep. 2020, best time ever.
That's what you get.
So I just want to give people some background, but you should just give it yourself. You are a Twin Cities based artist, but I'll have you take it from there.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm a Twin Cities based artist. I do hip hop here. I've been blessed enough to be going around the country a little bit doing hip hop. I started in 2018, so I'm relatively young in the game comparatively, but I've managed to do a few big things here in Minnesota specifically, which has been great, real interesting. Last year I was voted Best New Artist by City Pages, which was really cool. And just been following from there. Was at the 2020 class for Best New Bands, which was really cool. And yeah, I've been doing hip hop for a while. Got 3 projects out right now on all the streaming services. So
okay.
We'll make sure to
give the info and all that too.
Yeah.
Cool. So you have 3 projects out right now. Can you give us the name? So
I have Mixtape 2, Electric Boogaloo. That was like my first like production work of art. So shout out to Taylor Lewin for putting that together for me. I also have Songs About Stuff, which what I did with DJ D-Mill. And that whole project is out. That's like the big one that really got me on the map, essentially. The first one was good, but the second one was where everyone's kind of going out. And then now I have Trapped in My Room, which I wrote actually during in the height of quarantine. And we're still in the height of quarantine, but when quarantine was really, really popping, before they started phasing things in, and I did that all myself in my apartment, in my room, recorded it all, got that out there, so that's out there now too.
Recording a whole project and doing a whole project in quarantine is nuts.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I it's just to write, because a lot of times you write off experiences, and if all your experiences are, I wake up, I'm in my house, I'm walking around my house, it's tough to like continue to pull off of things if you're just sitting around in your own living room all day. So
also possibly doom scrolling.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness, everything is just being destroyed. So it's a very interesting project. I hadn't done anything quite like it. So I'm a very I like it. I had a good time making that one. So those are the three ones. And obviously I have singles out too, so you can like catch a single here and there.
I want to thank you personally for all the work that you did during the uprisings. And I mean, you just stepped up in a way, and we all, well, not everyone, but a lot of us, most of us felt compelled to help in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of my friends said, I ain't no frontline bitch. And that was funny as hell to me, because she was like, I'm immunocompromised.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give money. I'm gonna give advice. I'm gonna be here, but like, you're not gonna catch me outside. But you were outside.
Yes. I was, because I have, like I said, I'm not immunocompromised. I don't have any elderly relatives that I see on a regular basis. I don't have kids. So like, those things allowed me to have a little bit more space to take those risks that other people can't do, which is really different about this particular uprising, this particular push for justice, is that there are a lot of people that are fully committed to the cause, but can't go out. Like, they just don't have the ability to go out. So we've been finding different ways for people to get involved and help with the struggle, help with the push for justice. We got so many donations, and people come in, people will send stuff, or even like send like food. They'll be like, hey, I'm going to take this plate and I'm going to set it down on the ground. I'm going to get back in my car and I'm going to drive away. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people do a lot of good. People do that, like bringing us food and stuff. So like, there's a lot of ways to help right now.
In Minneapolis, we've had like 5 different reckonings since the Rona. It's like the Rona is a global reckoning.
Yep.
And George Floyd's murder held a mirror to America. And then we had they just remixed the KKK on us. You know what I mean? They was like, we just gonna remix Nazism and the Klan and all that shit and just come to Minnesota with it.
Yeah, they're ready. They're here. They were here, and they are here. The thing the narrative.
Neighbors.
The narrative that I didn't appreciate, if I'm gonna be honest, because we were out here, we're out there. I mean, the narrative that I didn't appreciate was that these people were coming here.
Sure. And
not that they were here and now have a reason to go out and be more crazy. It's not like they weren't here.
Right.
The idea that they all got in a carpooled in a van, in their KKK van, to show up and mess with us is
like a lot of that Minnesota plates.
Yeah, like, it's disingenuous. Like, they are from here. A lot of these people were from here. They just were emboldened to do the things that they were too scared to do before. Because, I get it. Like, people are like, oh man, they're breaking Target and stuff. And I was just like, I want people to think about this concept real quick. Like, Target, I have nothing against Target as like as a company, but think about this: you put a Target in a low-income neighborhood. Most of the things that Target sells, a lot of these people can't buy. Mm-hmm. So every day they're walking around these things, these giant televisions, sound systems, lawn chair furniture that they don't feel safe enough to be able to use, and you put it in front of their face, and it's a constant reminder of what they could never have.
Damn.
And so it's like, if Target was being smart about what it was doing, they would put the things that the community needs in the target, and so that those things can be bought. But they want to sell you the idea of a better life, of a different life. And after years and years and years of that, things are going to break. And so it's the same when the founding fathers threw tea into the harbor. They were rioting. They were destroying things. They were destroying property that did not belong to them, and also didn't belong to the people that they were mad at. Like that, those are merchant ships moving tea around, just doing their jobs. So it was just like you can't glorify one thing. You can't write an award-winning Tony musical about one thing, and then turn around.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then turn around and then claim barbarism over here when it's people of color. I think that's I think it's disingenuous. So it was riots, and we did set up Meditent right in the Target parking lot those first 4 days out by the 3rd precinct. It got pretty gruesome, I'm not gonna lie.
And in the spirit of rebuilding and, like I like to say, policing ourselves, because if there's one glorious lesson that we've learned from these uprisings, is that we can handle this shit ourselves.
Yep. Real.
Like, I mean, if the cops weren't involved, we might have gotten, we wouldn't even have this situation, but the situation would have been handled much better. We could have, in the spirit of policing ourselves, we see a lot of people calling out the sketchy friends, calling out abusers, calling out enablers, calling gatekeepers who abuse their power. It's crazy because before we got on this call, I was like, hey, do you ever violate anyone in a way that who would conflict with what the fuck we're talking about? Like, and it's crazy because now I gotta be like, hi, how are you? What's your violation count? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck?
That's real. That's good. I mean, it's not good that we have to ask the question, but it's good that we are moving into a time where we are asking the question, because I think it matters. It really does matter who you have on your programs, who you have venues, you want to know that, because you want to make this place a good spot for anybody. And not to say that you'll always get it right 100% of the time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Boldface lie to you. But the idea is that we're making it into a world where that's what you have to do. You know what I mean? Like, you have to lie. You can't get back.
Fucked up.
Yeah, you can't get back. We don't want to live in a world where people feel like silence is compliance. So it's just like, it's the same with racism. In a lot of places in America, you have to do your racist stuff in the sides,
in the shadows,
in the margins.
Yeah.
Because we live in a society where being openly racist in most parts of it won't fly. Like, even a lot of these people who vote for racist policies would never come up and be like, that nigger over there. You know what I mean? They know that they can't do that. So we need to live in a world in that same vein where people who are sexually assaulting people, who are going out and being sketchy and shady and this stuff.
Basically con artists.
Yeah, they are going to have to internally understand that they're going to have to lie. Like, you can't live just assuming that everyone's going to give you a pass. Like, no, you're going to have to, and that by lying, you acknowledge that you know what you did was wrong. And you can't come back and say anything later about, oh, I didn't know what was going on. And I think that's better than not asking. So I appreciated that. I appreciate that when you asked.
These open secrets, how open do they have to be before motherfuckers stop doing this shit? It's a culture of it. And it's indicative of a bigger, I keep saying this isn't just the Twin Cities. This isn't just one label or one artist. This is hip hop. I said the other day, I might get it on a t-shirt, like, hip hop is amazing. Hip hop is beautiful, but humans fuck it up all the time.
Exactly.
And humans will make it so hip hop can be like really bad for your life. Because of Corona, I think a lot of us have learned to live without certain opportunities as artists. So as a younger artist, I want to ask you, because of this reckoning and because of people are going to get devalued and revalued in this. It's already happening.
Yeah.
Are you feeling any sort of backlash for not apologizing or enabling or possibly just standing with survivors? Do you have any concern about that?
I feel I'm in a very interesting position because when I started doing hip hop, I wasn't connected to any particular group or groups. My music, if any of you have ever heard it, my music is clean for one. It doesn't talk about a lot of the stuff that some of my peers talk about. So I was already on an island unto myself. Off to the side. My success was more surprising for people than most, even to me as well. I got put into spaces where other people weren't because it was safe. It was safe to put me there. I wasn't going to say about anything that was too crazy controversial. I mean, loving yourself is an ideal that everybody is into right now. So like I got to be in a lot of places. So when I'm looking around and I see all these people and everyone, like people are getting like thrown down, canceled, revealed for who they are. I haven't felt any particular pressure to speak or not speak on it. I've chosen to speak on it because it's the right thing to do. But no one asked, like, except for the few people who would say like, hey, Nerdy, like say something. I haven't even felt pressure to say anything. I knew that if I wanted to, because I have lived a life as such where I haven't done anything to anybody. I could just sit back. I could just sit back and let it happen. But the reason why it didn't, and the reason why I hope other people in the same position don't, is because that's how the culture continues. It's for people that have nothing to lose by not saying anything, don't say anything, and it continues the cycle. So I encourage everybody, including myself, I'm like, hey, this is the right thing to do. Even if people might get upset for me for saying this, I'm going to say, yeah, this is bad. Like, these enablers should, like, go down. And not even just the enablers that are, like, the hot ones to yell at. I'm talking about everybody as a whole. Let's keep that same energy, whatever that energy is. I'm fine with redemption energy. I'm also fine with cancel energy. Real talk. Like, I feel like if we live in a capitalist society, right? Whether we like it or not, we live in a capitalist society. So if the marketplace says that we're no longer going to buy people who are going to be this way, then you no one's buying you anymore. That's just how that works. It's not bad. You're not being canceled. It's just that your product is no longer valued and you have to go away.
That's all I'm talking about, because you're not throwing anybody into a pit of lava that I'm sitting in right now.
Yeah.
We're not talking about any sort of violence into your life.
Yeah.
What I'd like to tell people is, like, is you not being a famous rapper the worst thing that could ever happen to you?
Let's talk about that. I'm like, you can still work at Quiznos. You can still work at Quiznos. You can still work your way up at any company you worked at. Like, what are you talking about? How am I, an artist, asking someone to work at Walgreens 5 days a week to pay for a concert to come see me, and I don't have the ability to do the same?
And I would like to add, because I did see something on Twitter today that piqued my interest. This idea about asking questions and looking for more information and it being messy, that's a big problem within communities. I know in a lot of spaces I have asked certain questions, even with some of these gentlemen who have been called out, who immediately called me to ask, like, what do I do? I was like, well, what did you do?
Right.
You know, and nobody wants to have these conversations of, like, let's really hold space and ask, well, what did you do?
That none of your business shit, it goes out the window when we're having public forums about motherfuckers being fucking disgusting.
but it also goes out the window when you're actually harming people.
Right.
Some of these women have real long-lasting trauma that has extended for, I mean, yes, but like, full disclosure and trigger warning, as a person who has been violently raped and was coerced into rape on a different occasion. So this is 2 experiences. If I wasn't as mentally sound and as spiritually covered by my ancestors and my guides, I could have had a mental break listening to these stories. Women
it's really bad.
Yes, women hitting my DMs to tell me their stories and ask me not to share them. I have lots and lots of women in my DMs.
And just face-to-face convos too.
Yes,
with our
if I wasn't as solid in my shit and still didn't have work to do, you know, which we all have work to do, but I could have broke from these things. And I'm watching friends of mine have to, you know, admit themselves into hospitals and have a space and are having psychotic episodes because so many men that we trusted are no longer trustworthy and never were. You know, so like, and this whole conversation of being like, oh, you're messy for asking questions. It's not your business. Be quiet. Don't know.
Like, you're messy for doing this shit.
Not just messy. You're a predator for doing this. So it's not messy for me to ask people if you're a fucking predator.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fucking
like
real.
The moral compass here is way, you know.
There's too many niggas out here with daughters doing wild shit right now. Too many niggas who are under that dad act of shit that are fucking shit up right now. And that's not shots at anybody in specifically. I'm just saying you don't.
No, it's a shot to all of y'all.
No,
y'all know.
I'm just saying I'm not specifically pointing fingers. I'm talking about these niggas as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, it's about you. If you felt
it's about the people who did it.
My grandmother said,
hit dogs holler.
If you throw a rock in a pig pen, the one that squeals is the one that got hit. So I'm just tossing it out here. And
you
if
you
hit dogs holler,
type of way, then it's because
maybe you gotta reevaluate yourself.
If you gotta reevaluate yourself, that's all it is.
Yeah.
If I could afford it, I'd cue "Man in the Mirror" by MJ. But no, be quiet. YouTube is on the prowl. They flag, like damn,
quit, get that money.
All right, Nerdy. Well, we love you so much. Thank you so much.
For having me.
Conversation. We're gonna stop recording.